Hi students, so welcome to FR Infinite Maths YouTube channel. So in this video we are going to discuss the questions related to NTSE which were asked in our previous papers, right? If you are new to this channel, so please subscribe the channel. So watch the video till the end. So if you like the video, so please give a like and share with your friends, right? So in this video we are going to discuss about APNTSE 2019-20 paper. So in this paper we are going to have 20 questions from mathematics subject. So in each and every paper, in each and every year we are going to get 20 questions, right? Now, so watch the video till the end because you will understand so what the level of questions they are asking in the examination, and you can prepare in such way so that you can get 20 out of 20 in mathematics, right? Now let us see the first question. So what he has given, so there are two positive integers a and b which are expressible as a is equal to p cube into q square and b is equal to p square into q power 4, where p and q are prime numbers. Then you need to find out LCM of a comma b. Now if you observe this question, so a is expressed as p cube into q square and b is expressed as p square into q power 4. So from this you can clearly understand that a and b are two composite numbers. So by using the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, so he has expressed in terms of prime numbers p cube into q square and p square into q power 4. Now let us see. So he is asking you to find the LCM of a comma b. See, if you want LCM of a comma b, so what you should do is, so if I need LCM of a comma b, then you need to take the highest powers of the prime numbers. So you need to take the highest powers of the prime numbers. So simply remember this word. So for LCM you need to consider highest powers. So what is the highest power of the prime number amongst p cube and p square? So it is nothing but p cube into what is the highest power among the prime number q square and q power 4? It is nothing but q power 4. Hence the answer is p cube into q power 4. Since we have discussed LCM, the same way if the same question is asked to find out HCF, then what we should do? So whenever you are asked to find out HCF, since here we have taken highest powers, so we need to take the least powers here. So to find HCF, we need to consider the least powers of the prime numbers. So what are the least powers here? So p square and q square. So here you can just remember, for L you need to take H, for H you need to take L. Okay, you can simply remember this. And since we have discussed LCM and HCF, so we can have one relation between LCM and HCF with the numbers, right? So what is that relation is? So it is given by LCM into HCF is equal to product of the numbers. So when only two numbers are given, then only you can apply this relation. Okay, LCM into HCF is equal to product of the numbers. If you want, you can check it out whether you are satisfying this relation or not. Okay, now in this particular question we have discussed about 3 questions. Next, moving on to the next question. If alpha comma beta are the zeros of this particular quadratic polynomial, then the value of 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta is. So he is asking you to find out sum of reciprocals of the zeros. Sum of reciprocals of the zeros. So from this, first of all write down, so what is the given quadratic polynomial? So x square plus qx minus p. Now since for this polynomial alpha comma beta are the zeros, right? So when you know the zeros, then you can find out sum of zeros and product of zeros. So what is the formula to find out sum of zeros? It is given by minus x coefficient by x square coefficient. So minus x coefficient is q by x square coefficient is 1. So from this what I am going to get? Minus q. The same way product of zeros, alpha into beta. So product of zeros is given by a constant term by x square coefficient. So what is constant term here? Minus p by x square coefficient is 1. So which gives me minus p. Since I need sum of reciprocals, no? So sum of reciprocals means, so 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. So when I take LCM, I am going to get alpha beta as the LCM. Then in the numerator I am going to get alpha plus beta value. Alpha plus beta. Since we know both numerator and denominator values, since we have obtained from here, right? So directly when I substitute these values, so minus q by minus p. So in both numerator and denominator we are having minus, so I can cancel it out. So from that finally what I am going to get, q by p. So option 2 we are going to get, right? Next, moving on to one more question. So alpha beta are the zeros of this particular polynomial, and alpha minus beta is equal to 5 is one more relation that is given. So we need to find out the value of k, right? Now let us see how to solve this. So p of x is equal to x square plus 3x plus k, right? Now since this quadratic polynomial is having zeros as alpha beta, then directly I can write sum of zeros and product of zeros. No, so what is sum of zeros? Minus x coefficient by x square coefficient, which is nothing but minus 3. Product of zeros is given by constant by x square coefficient, so which is equal to k. So we got alpha plus beta, alpha into beta. The same way there is one more relation which is given in the question, so which is a 5, right? We are having sum of zeros, product of zeros and difference of zeros. So when we know sum, product and difference, then we can directly go with one relation. So what is that identity? So we are having an identity. So that identity is nothing but given by alpha minus beta whole square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 times of alpha beta. When you are having sum, difference and product of zeros, then you can use this identity, right? Now since we know the values, so directly substituting the values, so 5 square is equal to minus 3 whole square minus 4 times of what is alpha into beta? It is nothing but k. Now on simplifying this, so 5 square is 25 is equal to 9 minus 4 times of k. When I transpose this 9, it becomes minus 9. So 25 minus 9 is 16 is equal to minus 4 times of k. So from this k is equal to 16 by minus 4, so which gives me minus 4. So the value of k is minus 4. Next, moving on to one more question. So here what he has given, minus 2 is a root of this particular quadratic equation, and x square plus px minus k has equal roots. So here two particular conditions are given. From that we need to find out the value of k, right? So for the first quadratic equation he said minus 2 is a root, and for the second quadratic equation he is saying that it has equal roots, right? So let us take one by one. So what is the first quadratic equation? X square minus px plus 6 is equal to 0. So for this quadratic equation what he has given, minus 2 is a root. So when minus 2 is a root, that means it should satisfy the given quadratic equation. So satisfying means when I substitute in the place of the variable, it should be satisfying, right? That means in the place of x I need to replace minus 2. So minus 2 whole square minus p times of minus 2 plus 6 is equal to 0. So when I simplify, so 4 minus of minus is plus 2p plus 6 is equal to 0. So 2p is equal to, so 4 plus 6 is 10. So when I transpose it, it becomes minus 10. So from this p is equal to minus 5. So we got the value of p as minus 5, right? Next, moving on to the second equation. So what he has given for the second quadratic equation, so x square plus px minus k is equal to 0. So already we have found the value of p, no? So when I replace p with minus 5, then what I am going to get, x square minus 5x minus k is equal to 0. Now since what he has given, this particular quadratic equation has equal roots. So equal roots means nothing but its discriminant is equal to 0. So discriminant equal to 0 means b square is equal to 4ac. So b square is equal to 4ac. So this condition it has to be satisfied, right? So what is b, what is a, and what is c? So a is nothing but x square coefficient, b is nothing but x coefficient, c is constant, right? So when I replace these values, what I am going to get? Minus 5 whole square is equal to 4 times of a is 1, c is minus k. So from this 5 square is nothing but 25 is equal to minus 4 times of k. So from this k is equal to minus 25 by 4, right? So for this particular question the value of k is minus 25 by 4. For this particular question, what is the answer of k? K is minus 25 by 4, but it is not given in the options, right? See, if you want to get anything from the options, then what we need to do is, so we need to change the question. So the question should be like this. So this particular has equal root should be removed, and minus 2 should be the roots of these two quadratic equations. Then what will happen? So x square minus 5x minus k is equal to 0. So for this particular quadratic equation, so x square minus 5x plus k is equal to 0. For this quadratic equation, minus 2 is a root. So when minus 2 is a root, so then this becomes 4 plus this becomes 10 minus k is equal to 0. So when I transpose minus k, this gives me k is equal to 14. So if I want to go with options, then I need to change the whole question, right? It doesn't mean anything, right? So for options we should not change the question, but as per the question, if you do, so if you do as per the question, then you are going to get the value of k as minus 25 by 4. So this is the correct approach. Okay, next moving on to the next question. So this is also from quadratic equations. So what he has given, the sum of a number and its reciprocal. So if I consider a number as x, then its reciprocal is 1 by x, and he said the sum, so that's why we have taken plus. So x plus 1 by x is equal to 2 1 by 6. So when I take LCM, then this becomes x square plus 1 by x is equal to, so 6 to 12 plus 1, this will give me 13 by 6. So when I do cross multiplication, I am going to get 6x square plus 6 is equal to 13x. Now when I transpose that 13x, so 6x square minus 13x plus 6 is equal to 0. So here, since this is a quadratic equation, I can follow three methods, right? Either you can go by factorization method or completing square method or formula method. You are going to get the values of x. Now here I am going to go by factorization method. So 6x square into 6 is nothing but 36x square. So what are the factors of 36 such that you are going to get 13? So 9 4s are 36, right? Then directly what I can do, so I can write 6x square minus 9 4s are 36 now. So I can directly write as minus 4x minus 9x plus 6 is equal to 0. So from the first two terms I can take 2x as common, then I will be left with 3x minus 2. From this, if I take minus 3 as common, 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. So from both the terms I can take 3x minus 2 as common. So when I take 3x minus 2 as common, I am going to get 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So either this equal to 0 or this is equal to 0. So from this x is equal to, I am going to get 2 by 3 or I can get 3 by 2. So the answer is 2 by 3 or 3 by 2. Okay, next moving on to one more question. So this is related to linear pair of linear equation in two variables, right? Now if you observe this first equation, so x minus y by xy is equal to 5 is given, right? So whenever you are having xy in the denominator, right? So this xy belongs to both the terms of numerator. That means I can write this as x by xy minus y by xy. X by xy minus y by xy is equal to 5. So when I do cancellation, what I am going to get here? So 1 by y minus 1 by x is equal to 5. Let this be equation number 1. The same way, if you observe, this and this both are looking the same, but we are having plus here. So automatically what I am going to get? So 1 by y plus 1 by x is equal to 7. So let this be equation number 2. Now what I need to find? I need to find the value of x. Since I need to find the value of x, so since I am having 1 by x here with the negative sign, here with the positive sign, so when I add these two, then I don't have x values. So since I need x value, so what I can do is I can subtract. I can do subtraction. So 2 minus 1. So if I do subtraction, so 1 by y minus 1 by y is gets cancelled. So 1 by x minus of minus is 1 by x again is equal to 7 minus 5. So what I have done here? I have done subtraction. So 2 minus 1. So equation 2 minus equation 1. So this gives me 2 by x is equal to 2 by 1. Then on cross multiplication, so 2x is equal to 2. So from this x is equal to 1. So the value of x is 1. See, if I want to find the value of y, then what I should do? I need to do equation 1 plus equation 2. Then automatically x terms will get cancelled, right? Since I need x value, so directly I have done subtraction. Okay, next moving on to the next question. The solution of the line equation cos 30x plus sin 30y is equal to 3. So to solve this particular question, I need to know the trigonometric values, right? So what is the given thing? Cos 30 degrees x plus sin 30 degrees y is equal to 3. So already we know cos 30 value. What is cos 30 value? Cos 30 is nothing but root 3 by 2x plus sin 30 is 1 by 2 y is equal to 3. If I take LCM as 2 and if I cross multiply, what I am finally going to get? Root 3x plus y is equal to 3 2s are 6. So this is nothing but my linear equation in two variables. Now I need to find out, so which points satisfy this equation. So there are 4 points given, A, B, C, D, right? So first we will be going with point A. So when I substitute point A, so what is point A? 2 comma 3. So when I substitute 2 comma 3, this becomes 3 into 2 plus 3. So what I am going to get? 2 root 3 is an irrational number plus 3. So this can never be equal to 6 because 6 is a rational number. So irrational can never be equal to rational number. So point A will not satisfy. Next moving on to point B. So when I substitute point B, so root 3 into 0 plus 6. So this is 0. So 0 plus 6 is 6. So point B will satisfy the given equation. Next moving on to point 3. So what is point C? So root 3 into 2 times of root 3 plus what is the value of y? 0. So this gives me root 3 into root 3 is 3. So 3 into 2 6. So is equal to 6. So point C also will be satisfying. Next moving on to point D. So what is point D? So root 3 into 0 plus 2 times of root 3. So this gives me 2 root 3. So which is not equal to 6. So this point D also will not satisfy. So what are the points that are satisfying here? B and C. So option 1 will come. Right. Next moving on to one more question. So this question belongs to progressions chapter. Right. Now what he has given? The 10th term from the end. So he is not asking from the beginning. He is asking from the end. So we need to find out the 10th term from the end. So first of all, we need to know how many terms are there. So let us consider the arithmetic progression. So what he has given? So 5, 12, 19 and so on 173. Now this 173 is which term? So first of all we need to find out how many terms are there. So based on that we are going to find out the 10th term from the end. Okay. So first term is 5. Since he has mentioned that it is in arithmetic progression, so D is equal to second term minus first term. So second term is 12, first term is 5. So common difference is 7. So we got first term and common difference. Directly I can go with nth term now. So nth term formula, an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now directly substituting the values, so nth term is 173 is equal to, what is a here? So 5 plus n minus 1 into d value is 7, right? Now when I transpose this 5, this becomes 168 is equal to n minus 1 into 7. So in 7 table I can cancel this, so 7 2s are 14, so 2 is left, so 28, 7 4s are 28, so 24 is equal to, directly I am going to get n minus 1, so from this n is equal to 25. That means we are having totally 25 terms in this particular arithmetic progression, right? So since we got the total number of terms, directly we can find out the 10th term from the end. So to find out 10th term from the end, it is nothing but n minus 10 plus 1th term from the beginning. So what is it? A n minus 10th term plus 1 from the beginning. So which is nothing but given by a 25 minus 10 plus 1. So which is nothing but 25 minus 10 is 15 plus 1. So 10th term from the end is nothing but 16th term from the beginning. So directly you can remember this formula. So if you want to find pth term from the end, so pth term from end. So if you want pth term from end, that means it is a n minus p plus 1th term from the beginning. So pth term from the end is nothing but a n minus p plus 1th term from the beginning. So from that what I am going to get? A16. A16 means a plus 15d. So what is a here? So a is 5 plus 15 into 7. So 15 7s are 105. So 5 plus 105 gives me 110. So answer is 110. So 110 is nothing but the 10th term from the end, which is 16th term from the beginning. Okay. Next, moving on to one more question. So this question belongs to coordinate geometry. So what he has given, if points a comma 2a, 3a comma 3a, 3 comma 1 are collinear, then find the value of a. So collinear means nothing but these 3 points lie on a same line. If 3 points lie on, 3 or more points lie on a same line, then we call those points as collinear points. Now to solve this particular thing, so we have 3 methods. So first is distance method. First one is distance method. Second one is area of triangle method. The third method is slope method. So using these 3 methods, we can find out this unknown value a, right? Now this distance method is somewhat lengthier, and you can directly use area of triangle or slope method. Okay, now we are going to solve this by these 2 methods. Okay, first one we are going to consider by area method. So by area method, what I am going to do is, so I am going to consider the points one by one. So 3 comma 1, a comma 2a, 3a comma 3a. So here I am taking the points with a point which is having both the vertices known, and the unknowns I am considering the next 2 vertices, right? Now since we know area of triangle formula, so this is short formula. So half into x1 minus x2, x1 minus x3, y1 minus y2, y1 minus y3. So this is nothing but the formula in determinant form. So half into determinant of x1 minus x2, x1 minus x3, y1 minus y2, y1 minus y3. Okay, now in this what we are going to do is, so directly we are going to substitute the value. So since it is going to form, so the 3 points going to form a straight line, that means there is no triangle that is being formed, right? So when there is no triangle being formed, its area will be equal to 0. So when I substitute these values, what I am going to get? So half into modulus of, determinant modulus of determinant of, since area is always positive, so we can keep modulus here. So half into modulus of determinant of x1 minus x2. So directly what I can say, 3 minus a. So 3 minus a. So directly take the first vertices. So x coordinates of first and second vertices 3 minus a. The same way 3 minus 3a. Next y1 minus y2. So take in the same order. So 1 minus 2a. Next 1 minus 3a is equal to 0. Now what is, how to find the determinant value? Directly cross multiplying the first element with the fourth element, second element with the third element. Now what I am going to get? So modulus of 3 minus a into 1 minus 3a minus of 3 minus 3a into 1 minus 2a is equal to 0. Now this is modulus, right? When I multiply, what I am going to get? So 3 into 1, 3. So 3 into minus 3a, minus 9a, minus a into 1, minus a, minus of minus plus a into 3a is 3a square. Next, this minus we need to multiply with these two terms, right? So 3 into 1, 3, which gives me minus 3. So 3 into minus 2, minus 6, that means plus 6a. Minus 3a into 1, minus 3a, which gives me plus 3a. Minus 3a into minus 2a, 6a square, into minus 6a square is equal to 0. Now here minus 3 plus 3 gets cancelled, minus 9a. Here 6a plus 3a is 9a. So minus 9a plus 9a gets cancelled. So finally what I am left with? I am left with modulus of minus a, 3a square minus 6a square. So 3a square minus 6a square gives me minus 3a square is equal to 0. Now since it is modulus, so we can directly write it as a plus 3a square is equal to 0. So if I take a as common, so 1 plus 3a is equal to 0. Since if you observe, either a is equal to 0 or a is equal to minus 1 by 3. See, this is not at all possible. A is equal to 0 is not at all possible, because here in both the vertices, if you keep a is equal to 0, then these two vertices will coincide, right? So both the vertices will be the same, 0 comma 0, which is not possible. That means a is equal to 0 is not the case. Then only possibility is a is equal to minus 1 by 3. So answer is minus 1 by 3. So this is one particular approach. And if you want, you can go by slope method also. So there also you are going to get the same condition. Okay. Next, moving on to one more question. So slope of x-axis. So what is slope of x-axis? Slope of x-axis is 0. Slope of y-axis is not defined. So already we know does not exist. So distance between these points. So distance between these points is given by, so what is the distance between 2 points formula? Difference of x coordinates whole square plus difference of y coordinates whole square under square root. Now if this is x1, this is y1. If this is x2, this is y2. Then x1 minus x2 whole square. So since x2 is 0, then I can directly write it as sine square 55 degrees plus y1 minus y2 whole square. y1 is already 0. y2 whole square means sine square 35 degrees. So I can replace sine square 35 as cos square 55, no? Because they are complementary angles, so directly I can write sine square 35 as cos square 55. So from this, sine square 55 degrees plus cos square 55 degrees under square root. So this gives me square root of 1, which is equal to 1. That means this distance is 1. But in the column 2, what he has given, so he did not give the values directly, right? Slope of x-axis is 0, slope of y-axis is not defined, distance between the points is 1. So from this, what is secant 0 value? Cos 0 value is 1, so secant 0 value is also 1. Sin 0 value is 0, so sin 0 value is 0. Next, cot 0 value, so cot 0 value is not defined, right? So since tan 0 is 0, cot 0 is not defined. Now if you match these values, then for this what I am going to get? I am going to get 2. So for not defined, so I am going to get 3. So for this I am going to get 1. So where is 2 3 1? So 2 3 1. So option A we are going to get here, right? Next, moving on to one more question. Now this is a question related to similar triangles. Okay, what he has given in the given figure, DE is parallel to BC. So D is parallel to BC. So if these two lines are parallel, then these angles are equal, because AB acts as transversal and AC acts as transversal. Then from this what we can say, triangle ADE is similar to triangle ABC. Okay, since those are parallel, automatically those triangles are similar. Now next what he has given, AD is equal to half of BD. AD is equal to half of BD. See, for suppose if I consider BD as x, then automatically AD will become x by 2. Next what he has given, BC is equal to 6 centimeters he has given. Then what is the value of DE? He is asking you to find. Right? Now since we know these two triangles are similar, so when two triangles are similar we can go with the sides proportionality concept. Right? So when two triangles are similar, their sides are proportional. So from that what I am going to get, AD by AB is equal to DE by BC is equal to AE by AC. So this relation we are not going to use, we are going to use this relation. Now what is AD given? So from the figure I can directly write AD as x by 2 no. So x by 2 by, what is AB? So AB means this total length I need to consider. So total length means I need to add x and x by 2. So x by 2 by x plus x by 2 is equal to AE. So what is the value of A? Sorry, no need of A and AC no. So directly go with DE and BC. So what is DE? So that is the thing that I need to find here. So DE by BC is 6 centimeters. Now what I am going to get, x by 2 in the numerator, and x plus x by 2 is nothing but 3x by 2. So which is equal to DE by 6. So in the numerator x by 2 and in the denominator x by 2 gets cancelled. So what I am going to get, so 1 by 3 is equal to DE by 6. Since I need DE value, so DE is equal to 6 by 3. So I have cross multiplied this 6. Then this gives me DE is equal to 2 centimeters. So the answer is DE is equal to 2 centimeters. Right? Next, moving on to one more question. So this is also related to similar triangles. Now what he has given, in triangle ABC. So there is a triangle ABC. So which is an equilateral triangle. So equilateral triangle means all the side lengths are equal, and next what he has given, AD is perpendicular to BC. So AD perpendicular to BC means clearly AD is the altitude. Okay. And what he is asking you to find, AD square. AD square. Now in triangle ABC, what we can say, AB is equal to BC is equal to CA. Right? So what is AD? So AD is nothing but height only, no? So AD is nothing but height. So what is the formula of height of triangle? Root 3 by 2 into its side only, no? Root 3 by 2 into side. So which I can write it as root 3 by 2 into AB, or root 3 by 2 into BC, or root 3 by 2 into CA. Since I am asked to find AD square, no? So AD square means I am going to get 3 AB square by 4, or 3 BC square by 4, or 3 CA square by 4. Right? So what I am going to get? So 3 BC square by 4 is one option, and so there is no other option, no? So in the question anywhere he did not mention that AB is equal to BC is equal to CA is equal to some value, right? But in the options he has given with side length as A also, but in the question anywhere he did not mention A. See, from this only C is nothing but the answer. Only C is the answer, but in the options only alone C is not given. So that's why we need to consider AB is equal to BC is equal to CA is equal to A. Then we are going to get one more option, 3A square by 4. So from this we can consider A and C. See, when A is not given and only C option is given, then you need to choose C only. Okay, you should not go with A. Okay, since here he did not give C alone, so we are going with A also. Okay, next moving on to one more question. Say this is a problem related to secants and tangents to a circle. So what he has given, if AP is a tangent to the circle with center O such that OP is equal to 4 centimeters and angle OPA is equal to 60 degrees, then the radius of the circle is. Now here in this particular question, so he has given a circle. So he has given a circle. So there is a circle. So there is a circle with center O and AP is a tangent. So AP is a tangent means, so P is nothing but the external point and AP is a tangent. This tangent meets the circle at point A. Since we know the radius will make 90 degrees angle at the point of contact, and he has given angle OPA. So angle OPA is equal to 60 degrees. Right? Now what is he asking you to find? He is asking you to find the radius, and what he has given, OP is equal to, he has given it as 4 centimeters. Now from this figure, so since this is 90 degrees, then this OP acts as hypotenuse, right? OP is hypotenuse, and I need, so what I need opposite side of 60 degrees. That means opposite side I was given with hypotenuse. So which trigonometric ratio that you are going to use? I am going to use sine. So sine 60 degrees is equal to, what is opposite here? R by hypotenuse is OP. What is sine 60 value? Root 3 by 2 is equal to R by, what is OP? OP is 4. So in the denominators, so this 2 will cancel one time, this 4 will cancel in 2 table 2 times. So from this R is equal to 2 root 3 centimeters. So the answer is 2 root 3 centimeters. Next moving on to one more question. So this is also related to secants and tangents, but here the concept that we are going to use is, so from an external point to a circle, if tangents are drawn, then the length of those tangents are equal, right? Now what he has given, AB is given as 10 centimeters and BC is given as 12 centimeters and AC is given as 14 centimeters, and is asking you to find out the value of AD. Now if you observe this figure, here A acts as external point, B acts as external point, and C acts as external point to this particular circle, right? Now since I need AD value, so I am considering this AD value as X. So if I want AD as X, clearly AD is equal to AF, no? AD is equal to AF, that means this length is X. Now already given AB is equal to 10 centimeters, right? So since this total length is 10 centimeters, then this BD value will be 10 minus X, right? If this is 10 minus X, then this BE is also 10 minus X by using the concept of length of tangents from external point are equal, right? Next moving on to this side, AC. So what is AC given? AC is given as 14, no? But this particular AF is X, then this particular value becomes 14 minus X. So if this is 14 minus X, CE is also 14 minus X. But what about BC? So BC is nothing but how much given? 12 centimeters. Here BC is equal to 12 centimeters. But what is BC here? So BC is nothing but BE plus EC, no? So BE plus EC is equal to 12 centimeters. But what is BE? So BE is 10 minus x plus EC is 14 minus x. So which is equal to 12. So from this 24 minus 2x is equal to 12. So when you transpose the terms, so I am going to get 2x is equal to 12. So from this x is equal to 6 centimeters. But what I have considered x as, so x is nothing but AD only now. So AD is equal to 6 centimeters. So option 4. Next, moving on to one more question. So this question is related to mensuration chapter, right? So what he has given, metallic spheres of radii 15 centimeters, 20 centimeters and 25 centimeters respectively are melted to form a single solid sphere. So we are having 3 spheres, so which are having different sizes, and they are melted together to form a big sphere. Now for suppose if I consider the radii of these spheres as R1, R2, R3 and the resultant sphere's radii is capital R, then the relation that I can get is given by, so already we know, so when 3 spheres are melted and recasted into a 4th sphere, then the volume of these 3 spheres will be equal to volume of 4th sphere. That means, so 4/3 pi into, since all are having 4/3 pi, right? So from this what I can write, 4/3 pi into R1 cube plus R2 cube plus R3 cube is equal to 4/3 pi into capital R cube. So on both sides I can cancel out 4/3 pi. So from that directly I am going to get R1 cube plus R2 cube plus R3 cube is equal to capital R cube. So directly you can remember this relation. So whenever such type of question is given, you can directly use this formula. So from this R is equal to cubed root of, so what is R1 value? So you can directly use this relation. So what is R1 value? R1 is 15 cube plus 20 cube plus 25 cube. Now, so from this I can take 5 cube as common, 5 cube, 5 cube. So 5 cube into 5, so 5 cube, 5 cube and 5 cube. So when I take 5 cube outside the cube root, it becomes 5. So 5 into cube root of, so when I remove 5 cube from this, this will be 3 cube plus 4 cube plus 5 cube. Then finally what I am going to get, so 5 into cube root of 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64, 5 cube is 125. So when I add all those, so this gives me cube root of 216. So cube root of 216 is 6. So 5 6 are 30 centimeters. So from this directly the radius of the resulting sphere is 30 centimeters. Otherwise you can take the value of 15 cube, 20 cube, 25 cube. So it is somewhat lengthy to find out, so that's why I have taken the 5 cube concept as common, so that it makes easy to solve this calculation. Okay, next moving on to one more question. A copper sphere of radius 3 centimeters and melted into right circular cone, right? So what he has done, a sphere is converted into a right circular cone. So from this what I can say, volume of sphere is equal to volume of cone. So whenever you are recasting, the volumes will not change. So volume of sphere, what is volume of sphere? So 4/3 pi R cube is equal to 1/3 pi R square H. So here these are about sphere and these are of cone. So pi by 3 gets cancelled. Now I am left with 4 into radius of sphere. So radius of sphere is 3 cube is equal to radius of cone. So that is what we need to find out. So R square into height of cone is 3. So this 3 cube in 3 goes 9 times. So 4 9s are 36 is equal to radius of cone square. So from this radius of cone is equal to 6 centimeters. So the answer is 6 centimeters. Next moving on to a problem which belongs to probability. So there are how many cards given? 20 cards numbered 1 to 20 and mixed thoroughly. One person draws a card from the box. Probably that the card is divisible by 2 and 3 both. 2 and 3 both. So when you get this word and means we need to take the LCM of those two things. So 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 LCM is 6. That means we need to get a card which is divisible by 6. So if it is divisible by 6, that means it is divisible by both 2 and 3. Now from 1 to 20, what are the cards which are divisible by 6? So those are 6, 12 and 18. So clearly, so if A is the event, then n of A is given as 3 and number of sample points, so n of S. So totally how many cards? 20. So from this, probability of that particular event of taking the card which is divisible by 2 and 3 is given by 3 by 20. So the answer is 3 by 20. Next, moving on to one more question. So this is related to statistics, right? So here is talking about mean of first n natural numbers. So what is the formula of mean? So formula of mean is given by sum of observations by number of observations, right? Now what he is asking, if the mean of first n natural numbers. So mean of first n natural numbers means sum of first n natural numbers by n. So sum of first n natural numbers is given by n into n plus 1 by 2 whole divided by number of natural numbers is n is equal to what he has given, 6n by 11. So here n gets cancelled. Now from this n plus 1 by 2 is equal to 6n by 11. When I do cross multiplication, 11n plus 11 is equal to 6 2s are 12n. So when I transpose this 11n, it becomes n is equal to 11. So the answer of n is 11. Next, moving on to one more question. So this is a problem related to trigonometry, right? So what he has given, cos theta is equal to a by b. So the ratio of cos theta is given and he is asking you to find out cosecant theta plus cot theta value. So what is cosecant theta plus cot theta? So cosecant theta I can write it as, so how can I write cosecant theta as 1 by sin theta plus cot theta I can write it as cos theta by sin theta. So from the definitions we have these values. So denominators containing sin theta, so sin theta is the LCM. Then from this I can write it as 1 plus cos theta. So this I can write it as 1 plus cos theta by sin theta I can write it as square root of 1 minus cos square theta, right? So square root of 1 minus cos square theta. So this numerator 1 plus cos theta I can write it as square root of 1 plus cos theta into square root of 1 plus cos theta. So if you multiply square root into square root, so whole square, square and root gets cancelled. Again we are going to get 1 plus cos theta only. The same way in the denominator we are having 1 minus cos square theta. No? So this 1 minus cos square theta I can write as 1 square minus cos square. So this I can write as square root of, since this is in the form of a square minus b square, I can write as a plus b into a minus b. So a plus b into a minus b. So from this what I can do, I can cancel out those two values. So finally what I am left with here, so this value is nothing but given by 1 plus cos theta by 1 minus cos theta under square root. Now since I know the value of cos theta on directly substituting the values, so 1 plus a by b divided by 1 minus a by b. So when I take LCM, what I am going to get, so square root of b plus a by b minus a. Since the denominators bb gets cancelled, so the answer is b plus a by b minus a under square root. So answer is option 4, right? Next, moving on to one more question. So which of the following is not correct? So here 4 options are given, so 4 statements are given, so we need to state which statement is false. right? Going on with the first statement. So what is first statement? Cosecant 60x plus cos 45y is equal to 4 is passing through this point. Okay, what is cosecant 60 value? So sin 60 is root 3 by 2, so its reciprocal is 2 by root 3 into x, so 2x by root 3 plus cos 45, so cos 45 is 1 by root 2 into y is equal to 4. Now what he is telling, it is passing through this point. Tan 60 value is root 3, secant 45 value is root 2. So when I substitute this x and y values in this, so what I am going to get? 2 by root 3 into root 3 plus 1 by root 2 into root 2. So what I am going to get? So root 3 and root 2 gets cancelled. So 2 plus 1, which is nothing but 3. But what he has given? 4. So 3 is not equal to 4, no? So from this, first statement is not correct. So we got the first statement is not correct. Okay. So let us see the remaining also. So what are, so statement number 2, so is saying infinitely many solutions. So infinitely many solutions means what is the condition that we need to follow? A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. So this is the condition that it should follow. So from this, what I am going to get? 4 by 8 is equal to 5 by k is equal to 9 by 18. Now this 1 time, 2 time, when I do simplification from this, k is equal to 10, and he has given the same thing, no? So this statement is correct. Next, moving on to third one, x square minus 2x plus 1. So this I can write it as x minus 1 whole square. So x minus 1 whole square means what are the zeros? So x is equal to 1 comma 1 are the zeros. That means alpha is equal to 1, beta is equal to 1. So alpha is equal to 1, beta is equal to 1. When I substitute and if I cube and add, I am going to get 2. So this is also true statement. Next, tan theta plus cot theta is equal to 5. Then tan square theta plus cot square theta is equal to 23. So this also we are going to check, right? So what is given? Tan theta plus cot theta is equal to 5. So when I square it on both sides, so what I am going to get? Tan square theta plus cot square theta plus 2 times of tan theta into cot theta. Since those are reciprocal functions, so directly we are going to get 1, right? So 2 times of 1 is nothing but 2, which is equal to 5 square 25. Since I need tan square theta plus cot square theta, that means I need to transpose this 2 onto the other side. So 25 minus 2 gives me 23. So tan square theta plus cot square theta is equal to 23. So this is what he has given. So from this, option 2, option 3, option 4. So these 3 statements are correct, and the first statement is the false statement, right? So these are the 20 questions that were asked in the previous year, that is 2019-20 and APNTSE paper, right? So I hope you have understood all the questions, all the solutions, right? Next, in the next video we are going to have one more previous paper, and I'm thinking to give the topic wise questions, right? So please stay tuned with the channel. So watch the videos, and thank you for watching.